about a few things, man. I've been listening to a lot of the interviews with the TV shows and with the radio, and listen to what a lot of people's perception of Dan Campbell is and the Detroit Lions making that hire. A lot of people pretty much stand where I stand. Some people took it in a negative light, as usual. Here's where I stand, first and foremost. Let's get this out the way. Where I stand, I love Dan Campbell. I love his enthusiasm. I love the football guy of Dan Campbell. Do I endorse him? I still do not. I do not endorse him. It's going to take more than rah-rah speeches and inspiring talk for me as a Lions fan to endorse this type of thing. I want to see what you're going to do with the roster, which I am happy with, by the way. We'll get to that. But I want to see what you're going to do with the roster, and I also want to see who you're going to bring here as offensive coordinator. I'm fine with Aaron Glenn. I'm all the way fine with that. Who you're going to bring here as offensive coordinator and how things are going to be done. But a big thing of my judgment is who stays and who goes. It's going to tell me all I need to know. And that's excluding the quarterback position. Because like I said, I don't want to make a judgment of him and Holmes off of that Matthew Stafford situation, because it's a difficult situation. It's a hard decision to make, to be honest. It really is. So from their standpoint, so I'm not going to judge them off of that. That's a big thing and a big move. And if they decide to do it, then so be it. Would I like them to? I still would rather them draft a quarterback first, and then we can move on for Matthew Stafford. So we'll see what happens. Interesting things going on with the Jets. The way that, Robert Saleh just endorsed the hell out of Sam Darnold makes you think that they are going to stick with Sam Darnold. But it can all be smoke and mirrors. So you have to be careful with that situation. Just because he talks highly of him doesn't mean that they're still not willing to, find the next quarterback. But if they do keep him and say go for offensive lineman or receiver, that helps the Lions situation. Definitely helps their situation. So, as far as the interviews go, pretty much consistent all the way across the board. I was watching Good Morning Football this morning. They hit him again with the question. He's been asked the question all over about, what he's going to do at quarterback, and he pretty much just gave a solid answer and the right answer. He doesn't know yet. They haven't sat down together and went over this entire roster because it is going to be a collaborative decision. And I can respect that. He's not going to overly endorse, and he's not going to underly endorse. That's what you actually need from your head coach right now. They do need to sit down and look at the roster, which they have in part. He gave a compliment to a player that I've been talking about over time that's been played out of position. That player, Jared Davis. Jared Davis, he talked about how Jared Davis hits like a hammer, which he does. We all know he does. But he's been misused. He's been misused over the time that he's been here, and I've said that over and over. And Dan Campbell just confirmed it. He's hitting the right cues as far as knowing what's going on with this team and this roster. Like I said, he's only been here a couple of days, but, it seems like he's been doing a really good job doing his research. So, yeah, I always felt like Jared Davis was being misused. So I'm with him on that. But, like I said, he's excited about, a lot of pieces on the offense. And the question mark is, who are you excited about on the offense? That's the biggest question. It's not many players that you can just say you're excited about besides Swift, Galladay, Stafford, Hockenson. So, that right there, that statement keeps replaying in my mind wondering all about all who he's talking about. So we'll see, man, after this weekend. After they go over the roster this weekend, you should have some type of something leak out there. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that because it's going to help me make my decision of where I stand with Dan Campbell. But like I said, it's going to take more than talking, ladies and gentlemen. We've heard all type of speeches and we've heard things before. A lot of people, he makes me want to run through the wall. And yeah, my high school coach did too. He was a great speaker too. And you know what we did? We didn't make the postseason. So, rah-rah speeches are all good. Creating that attitude in your locker room is all good. But when you're not winning games, those speeches get less and less effective. And I'm here to bring the Lions fan base back down to earth. Not telling you not to be excited. You can go ahead. I'm the guy that's telling you, don't play yourself. Don't play yourself, man. We've been here. Our franchise is unique. We've been here. So all I'm saying to you is don't play yourself. And be careful. Be careful, because that's where I'm at, and that's where I'm going to continue to be until they show me and prove me wrong. So we're going to see who we get here at offensive coordinator. Like I said, I'm good with Aaron Glenn. Like I said, if you want, you can look up the credentials, man. It's a solid move to bring him in here. He has some other options. He actually chose us over the Bears, which I really like. Anytime we can get chose over the Bears, it's a good thing. But yeah, like Dan said, he wanted to be here. He really wanted this job. He understands the city. He knows what we've been through. We're tired of this shit. Excuse my language, but that's what he said, which is absolutely true. So I want to see more move and less talk. The interviews are going to be there. Everybody's, he's a figure in the NFL immediately because of that speech. So that's going to be there. I want to put the moves out there so people can chew on that and let people know, like, listen, these guys are serious. That's what I need to see from my management group. Because as I pointed out before, the Lions always have issues when it comes to managing. The management of this team, the management of our rosters, our draft picks, it's always issues there. And if we can get it right this time, oh boy, you win here in Detroit, you automatically get emblazoned in the Hall of Fame of Detroithood. You will never be forgotten. You will always stand out here in this city. You took the Lions, not just in the city, in the NFL period. You took the Lions to the Super Bowl. Oh man, I can't even describe the type of praise and respect that you will get, because this franchise is the worst of the worst. It's the worst of the worst. Even though we love it, it's the worst of the worst. We are the bottom barrel. So, just wanted to talk a few pointers with y'all, man. It's like I said, just keep your eyes open. There's still a lot going on. A lot of moves being made. So, a lot of these things can, definitely, reflect what's going to happen in the draft. Some people believe on draft night it's a possibility of a trade. Come on, man. When have the Lions ever traded anything in the draft? So, if the trade is going to happen, it is, but I don't think it's going to happen during the draft. It's just not something we just don't do. And like I said, it ain't like we got many assets anyway, unless you trading a quarterback to a team and getting a pick, but we'll see what happens, because a lot of these teams, like I said, they rather stick with them draft picks and take their shot through the draft and get them a quarterback. So, I've seen that over the years. You will say, hey, this team should go after this person and that person, but they stick with what they have and take that draft pick. So, like I said, we got a slew of bad teams with some good draft picks this year, so they usually don't make sound decisions. So I'm not looking for them to make one right now. My fear is the decision that my team is going to make, because my team is a bad team too. And are we going to take a quarterback? Are we going to take a receiver? Are we going to take a linebacker? What are we going to take? Are we going D-line? What are we doing in the first round? Because to me, I say get a quarterback and then go all defense, to be honest. Find you a running back in free agency, a third guy. But I'm going defense, man. Find me a right tackle somewhere, and I'm moving from there. So, you guys let me know, man. Let me know what you guys think of what's been going on these last couple of days, man. Have you been paying attention? But what you think of Dan Campbell? Reasons that you like him besides the speech is what I'm interested to hear. Because a lot of people just like him because of that, and that's not good enough. Not here. So, with that said, new pride. That's the new slogan. I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. You guys be safe.